Hello, queridos amigos, dear friends.
Hello.
How are you? Hello, Giovanna. Hello, Kausar.
How are you doing, Noemi? Hello, welcome to Education 3000. As usual, we are here Fridays with our masterclass number 13, 12. 12. It's our masterclass number 12. Hi, Kosar. How are you doing?
We need the microphone. Let me see.
Yes.
So today we are going to see a special subject.
Yes.
It's always special, no? But we go on with the tools, and it's called Triad. Why is it called Triad or Pedagogical Triad?
Yes, because it's going to be related to three subjects. We can say subjects that all the education is going to be considering in next in what is to come. So let's see what is this about. Would you like to explain us a little about it?
Sure, of course. And meanwhile, don't forget to put the comments, where you are from, the questions, and how to improve education all around the world for a fun one, active one, ecological one, everything. Kawasar, are you on or are you frozen? We are with Kawasar Shaya from Lebanon, and I'm wondering if she had a good connection right now. If not, maybe when you see Kawasar is on, you tell me and we can share with her. I'm so happy to have Kawasar. She's a very good friend and she has so many tools. She's endless. And she has endless tools, endless ideas, from quantum therapy to quantum education to practical peace culture tools.
Yeah.
Remember, we went with Kawasar to the refugee camp and we had a lot of routines, very nice, with a lot of movement with the children, with post-trauma tools. And
Yes.
today, yes, shall we go to the triad? Triad,
Yes.
triad. Is it triad in English?
Yes, it's trying. So the
Triad.
pedagogical trial.
And it's so cool because the triad is not so intellectual, but we work with sound, we work with light, and we work with movement. And
Yes.
mind you, you know why it's so important? Because it's exactly the creation of the sound, and then we have a blast of light, and then we had the famous Big Bang, and that was
The
matter,
fluid.
which is
Yes.
movement and 3D volumes for us, at least in our level of consciousness or level of, how do they say, dimension?
Yes, and that's nice
So,
how you
so,
can
so
apply.
close to us. We are made of sound, light, and movement and matter. It's like the mind and the heart and the doing. It's
Exactly.
all
All,
is triad.
it's all connected. Yes.
Yeah, it's like French fries, hamburger, and Coca-Cola. No, this is a joke. Triad too, or mother, father, son. I mean, if you decode everything, you will see it's always three, 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 three.
Yes. It's the way of the creation. That's
So be aware, Giovanna, when our friend Kausal is with us, we have some announcements with her at the end. She's doing a summer camp too in Lebanon, in Beirut. I think it's by August. So we keep in touch.
okay.
Shall
That,
we go to the video? The video is quite long, so we will do half the video and the rest you can always see on YouTube. You go to masterclass and you have only the video is by numbers. You have two sets of playlist. We have
yes.
the playlist when you are live and you have everything. It's 1 hour, or you can go to just the class and it's only the video of the class
Yes.
if you
We
don't have
have
that.
all of that.
It's all organized.
Yes. And all your, if you want to know more about it, well, you just go there. We have everything recorded for our class and all these beautiful tools. So let's go.
Then the website in English, education3000.info. That's for all the material. It's free. And if you want to see the previous video, let me see, it's in YouTube,
Yes.
where
Education
you can see us right now, Education 3000 different languages. If not, it's in our Facebook in English as well. So we are all over the place.
Yes, we're all over the place. And don't forget to share these links and all the comments that we are waiting from you so we can discuss a little later when the video ends.
Always, please. We love so much when you put comment, question, and you say hi, and we can see each other.
And you can
And
also do.
Elsa, do you want to say hi too?
Oh,
Oh,
there you
sorry,
are.
Joanna.
Hi. I'm sorry, I keep getting disconnected. The internet is bad.
Yeah, you switch room. You are in another place. Yeah.
Well, this here is the internet may be better.
Yes.
We'll see. Okay.
Yeah, great. We can hear you clearly. We were
Okay.
introducing the Triad video, and do you want to greet everybody where you are from? And I will
Actually,
explain here.
my name Kausar Shaya. I really love being with you, and I really love this program, Education 3000. I'm from Lebanon. I lived most of my life in the States, and I came back to Lebanon like 10 years ago. And I've been working with Naomi for a couple years, maybe 5 years or so. And I can see gradually how this project become really my life, and how much I learned through it, and the impact of this project for the people around me, the family and the kids. I can see it freely. I can tell you. I mean, my son won three a trophy this year for best movie, because I was trying to.
Wow!
So, and all over the world, his short movie was played in 15 different countries, and he won for the three countries number one.
And I'm
Uh,
sure this has to do with the education you received.
exactly. I mean, he does apply everything as well on the students that he teach. He does have a summer camp this summer. He have over 500 students. He's working with them very much the same ideas that I have taught them to. And it's all I mean, all my honor is to Naomi for introducing this project for us.
Tell him to do a movie on Education 3000 and get another prize. No, I'm serious. Let's talk about that
Okay.
after this program. Shall
Yes.
we go to the video and then we can discuss about the tools? Are you okay? Are you ready?
Yes,
Yes.
sure.
Perfect.
Thank you. Let me see. Where is the video? Tell me if the sound is okay. See? Hello, everybody.
Hi
Welcome
everyone.
to. Hello, Dave.
Hi Naomi.
We are back to our series of Education 3000. I am Noemi Paiman, the founder of Education 3000. And today we have a beautiful subject. Hello, Dave.
Hi Naomi. Hi everybody watching at home. I'm David Fegan, the International English Program Coordinator at Education 3000, or P3000 as we're also known. This is our 12th video in our Level 1 series, Co-Recreating Education. We've been looking at the pedagogical tools, putting things into practice. What are we going to look at in this video, Naomi?
Yes, I would like to wrap up a little bit with the tools. And there is a concept that's called the famous triad or pedagogical triad. I think you can see on my screen, right? Or our
Perfectly
screen.
clear.
Pedagogical triad. So it's three basic concepts, and all education would evolve or go around that,
Revolve around it, right?
revolved, as well is known as education in a higher octave. And we talk about octave of consciousness. You are a musician. What's happening here?
So we can see obviously we've got the octave, with the typical notes, da 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 da, or in Spanish, do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, si. So 8 notes, and then a new octave starts.
It's
That's what
like
we're
a
looking at
jump.
here.
And we go back to do, but there is more consciousness, more awareness, and it's completely different. What we are expecting with education is really jump to the next octave, or everything will be different in the sense we have more consciousness, more fun, wisdom. Um, I think all the old paradigms are switching, and we will do this. Sometimes they call it a quantum leap, when something is getting, moving a lot, and then you jump.
Yeah,
And
a
this is the
big
same
jump.
with consciousness. It's the same with evolution, actually, of the humanity. In anthropology, it's called a quantum leap. Like, for instance, when you go from Cro-Magnon to Sapiens, Homo
So
sapiens,
a
it
big
was a
jump,
jump.
something important, a
And
big
now we are
shift.
inside a new jump, a new leap, and it's beautiful. So this is the theory behind. But let's go back to the triad.
Yeah, so we've got wisdom, unconditional love, and enthusiasm, action.
So it's like always. The wisdom is here, the heart is here, the action is the ends. Always. And that concretely, there is some tips. If you want to work with the heart or with unconditional love, I put unconditional love because not the love like, oh, I love everything, and it's like, no, it's a very profound and deep love, and very conscious as well. So when you want to use this part of it's the growing of the human being, you use sound. When you want wisdom or truth, you use light and colors. And if you want enthusiasm, which is like to do, you use form and movement. And we go all around, which is basically to feel, to think, to do, to make it simple. So, like an exercise, let's say you want to do something, like say you like to cook, right? So we cook, and then we feel, oh, it's nice to share the food. How did I feel when I cooked? What are the feelings? And then I think, what are the measure? What did I do? So education would always go around these three principles. That makes sense, right?
Yeah, it's all super connected. I mean, like for a better education, right?
Yeah. Because before it was only to think, and it was not enough. I mean, 2/3 of education and of what I am really was not considered, and that was not good enough. And that's what we want to do with the 7 petal school. To feel will be pink and violet.
Yeah, to think would be the yellow petal, to do the blue, white, green, and red petals. So we've been explaining a little bit about the 7 petal schools throughout this level 1 series of videos, and we are going to look at them in more detail. So this will become crystal clear. But the way that we've sort of divided, I guess, maybe a curriculum or what a complete education should include, that's what we're relating these to, the different petals. But we'll talk about that. So it's obviously something we'll go into more detail, but for those of you who have been following the series, I think you'll sort of understand this organization and how we're trying to just organize things as clearly as possible.
Yeah, and before education was think, and it was extremely logical and left brain kind of education. And now we want everything, the left brain as well, but the right brain and the heart and the action all together. That's why it's called integral. And sometimes we say holistic education. We consider all the levels of development of the human being. And that's why we feel so good and fulfilled and full inside. And one example, how to use sound. This is with music, this exercise. You have beautiful colors and movement. So this is an example when you combine the three aspects of the triad. And it's very good for the synapses and the connection in the brain. You have to process very fast, and you have more brain plasticity. And it's very enjoyable. So let's go one by one. Further sound. Very important because that's emotion. We would recommend you to use music with those kind of hertz.
So 432 hertz, okay, that's conducive for harmony. 528 hertz related to love. 936 hertz connection.
But don't use it all the time. I mean, specific moment, or when you are between classes, or start the class with some music, but all the time it will saturate it. saturate. It will be saturating.
So using it too much maybe makes it less effective because it's just
Correct.
saturation, right?
Correct. And then use sound of ancient sound or sound of original people
The
and a lot of
didgeridoo from
drums.
Australia.
In Australia, you have the didgeridoo. Have you done it?
I've tried it before, and it requires a specific breathing pattern. It's a very beautiful, profound sound. I think there's a strong connection there with the earth. You know, it
Yes.
resonates inside you.
Yes. And drum is very good, especially drum when you drum with your hands, not with a stick, because it will activate all the digipuncture points. And it's very good, the rhythm to balance the body. Use sound of nature, birds, sounds from ancestral knowledge. Where I live, we have beautiful sound like Kenya, Samponia, and
So
everywhere. Wherever
wind
you have,
instruments, right?
find ancient sound.
So in Bolivia, we've got a lot of wind instruments,
Yeah, I think we can see them here.
and there's
And
also sorry to
uh-huh.
interrupt you, Naomi, about
No, no, go. You are a musician.
the bird sounds as well. There was a CD or a compilation of bird sounds released by an electronic artist, but he so I guess to sort of raise awareness for birds and well because as well we know what's happening in the Amazon. There's a lot of destruction and people are not really taking that much care or notice. So that project was related to sort of recording sounds of different birds in around South America, maybe Central America as well, and very beautiful. There are also interactive maps as well where you can click on different places around the whole planet and you can sort of hear the sound of
Wow.
forests. So sort of in my city, Melbourne, around there in Australia, but you can go to Central America, you can go to Europe. It's very beautiful.
What the name of the musician?
The musician who was sort of organizing the bird sound project, his artist name is El Bujo, which in English is the owl. Um, so he did that.
Buho. So
Uh-huh.
you can type and find that.
El
Because they say
Bujo.
birds are therapy too. The bird sound is a sound therapy. It's very important.
But yeah,
Wow.
definitely
Cool.
here in South America where we live, the concept of music is different and the connection between your soul and the land is more profound, I guess. We have that in all cultures as well, but maybe in Western cultures we're more accustomed to listen to pop music, rock music, a different kind of connection to music, which is also good but different.
And the voice, use the voice. Make sure the children, the young people, they can sing, shout, use a microphone. But if you can express yourself through your voice, it's very close to the heart as well, and it's very good to release all your emotion and express yourself. And ask you, I ask you, Dave, what kind of all the kids they love the microphone, don't they?
They do love the microphone, and I think like if we think about adults as well, I notice like when I'm in a really good mood, I'll sing. I'll be in the shower singing. I'll be cooking in the kitchen singing. I think it's a good. If you're singing, you're probably in a good place, a good emotional state.
Yeah. And that's the secret of karaoke as well. And that's why you have a good microphone, by the way.
That's why I've invested in good microphones to make music.
And make bands and play together is good as well for the team building. Any kind of concert, any kind of music, any kind of program, give the concert. There is a school in Bolivia, it's called Laredo. Every afternoon, the entire afternoon, they do art dance and they have a beautiful philharmonic orchestra. They are very known around the country, and the kids, they love it. I went to this school and it was 8 o'clock at night. And they say, what are they doing? They don't want to go home. They wanted to go on with their project, with their music, with their painting, with their dance. Beautiful, beautiful. And those kids, they were very, can you say secure? Like you feel
secure, sure of themselves.
That's it. That's it.
Yeah,
very good to build personality and creativity. Oh, you are going to love this one. It's called Conscious Listening with Classical Music. En español, Escucha Consciente. Do you know how it works?
We're going to have a look at a video right now, Naomi. And you told me a little bit about it before. Maybe you can give our viewers a little bit of a summary so they can follow along at home if they feel enthusiastic.
We will do it. I think it's better. You can look at me first and then hello. I want to my voice. It can be like that, no problem. So we will use both hands. By using both hands, we will use both hemispheres of the brain. So it's very easy to go into alpha waves. And we will follow the conductor stick. So when they go with this hand, I mean, it's just, we just follow the video actually. When they go here, what we are going to do, we are all here live and we will follow the video too. So everybody watching us will do the same as the video. Are you ready, Giovanna? Kausar?
Yes,
okay, yes. Let's be ready. Prepare both hands, everybody. And we follow with this hand. Yes, that's it. And they go with the other hand when they show something with a stick. And we just follow the music but we have to do the movement. That's why it's important. So it's part of the exercise. Are you ready? I'm going to forward. And concentration. Okay, just at the beginning. Drawings. Here. Just one hand. Now the other one. Oh, this one is fun. Bueno, and it's gone and on and on. And you can always unload. It's called conscious listening because you need the drawings. Kausar?
Yes. I was trying to follow the drawing more than following the hands. And I got it at the end, the right side and left side thing, you know?
Yeah. I loved it. Amy. And, I was actually in the Laredo school that you mentioned there.
Well, can you tell us about it?
Yes, I wanted to share a little with that. As you mentioned, we studied well, I won't say studied, but we got used to music and everything. In the afternoon, it was like we were learning a different language, because music actually is a different language. So we learn notes and everything in how to express ourselves through notes. So it was beautiful because in the morning we had all the cognitive skills, we had art, we had languages, everything that is related to the actual curriculum of a school. But in the afternoon, everything was music, and we had a chance like this, like a conscious listening. We had the chance to lay down, or actually, and listen to the music. I remember one of my classes that was wonderful with Mr. Aldo Martinez. We used to lay down and then listen to a whole concert, okay? And imagine, just imagine. And then he would let us know what was that about. If it was rain or if it was wonderful. Yes. I enjoyed the experience. It was something that I will never forget. Yes.
I'm sorry, I wanted to put you in the big screen, and I end up putting myself. Oh,
No worries. We're here.
Okay, let's finish with yeah, it's called Laredo. Laredo,
Yes.
Cochabamba, right? Bolivia. Wonderful place. It's a and it's a mixed school, like it's half private and half from the state, and it's a really a model. I visited the school, and I cried. I remember I cried.
Oh my gosh, it was wonderful. Yeah, I can
Okay.
understand.
Let me go back to the video, and I don't know what I did. I don't know how to go back.
You know,
Oh my god!
the best thing is that whenever
I got
you
it.
have that experience of conscious listening, you enjoy, isn't it? It's like you're part of the music, and the music is part of you.
Okay, well, so we will finish with about 5 minutes, and then we can see the 5 aspects of the triad. I think it's
Okay.
Wow.
triad in English. Causal triad.
Yes, trial.
Triad.
Self-conscious.
Okay.
But I do feel like I got better towards the end. But
It's,
the
I
people at
will
home
put more
might not
sound, right?
agree with that.
Yes,
But I'm smiling. Look,
that's fine.
Yeah,
feel
and
good.
then you can do it closing your eyes, and then you can put colors, and then you can do more exercise with this. And the beautiful things is you use both hand. Obviously, we use the both hemisphere. When you use both hemisphere of the brain, automatically we go in alpha waves. And alpha waves, yeah, it's um, a superior kind of waves for the brain, and that's why we feel good, and we have a nice experience. And I
And, I,
know so some schools they do it with the children, and they have a blast. They go away
and it's
because
more
of the alpha waves.
and something I love about it as well, it's more inclusive. Like we don't this idea that we all have to learn in the same way. No, like we looked at Daniel Tammer, like we've discussed before, who was building landscapes out of mathematical figures. Everybody's different, and that just makes me so happy to see that colors, patterns, a different way of learning something.
Correct. And we have the famous triad because you have the sound, you have the colors, and you have the movement. So it's another example where when you combine, it's cool. Silence, please use silence, moment of silence. Use this as a tool, as a pedagogical tool, because during the silent time, you can process information. It's like to sink in. So I know some school, like every day or at least once a week at the same time, 20 minutes of silence, or they put some music sometimes, but everybody has to be part of the silent time. It's called as well communitary silent time. And you can read, you can sleep, you can meditate, but it's all in silence, and you respect everybody, including teachers, bus driver, primary school, secondary school. the gardener, the secretary, everybody. And you feel so good. And it's a good habit because when you feel tense or stressed, you can always go back to the silent time and the breathing time. And it's a good habit of life that you can give to the children from a very early age.
Light and colors. That looks
Now
pretty
we go to
cool.
the third part of the triangle. Remember to have nice colors, good light, good lighting, sunlight, and even your clothes. For instance, Shishida, he was working with remember, this Japanese
Mhm.
pedagogue. He was asking all the teacher to wear some a nice pinkish clothes, so it would suit the baby and the toddlers. This kind of pink, for instance. And there is a something called snoozer room, where you have all the senses and all the colors, and you use it to stimulate all the senses. It's used in so-called special education, but you can use it in all cases and in all kind of teaching. Snoozer room. This is beautiful. Don't use it all the time, but remember to have nice colors. Oh, this is a math class. This is geometry. They learn their angles, but with flashlights. And all children and even young people, they were young here, they love to play with flashlights. It's magic. This is a real class, by the way. It's not for the picture.
So we can
Prism, you can diffract the light. Yes.
definitely, I mean, like sometimes, obviously, some students love maths, other students find it extremely difficult. The same with, I don't know, language. So these are ways that make, as well, like it's as a teacher, it's easier for you to engage your students. They don't hate coming to your class. So these are more ways to engage with the material, right?
Yes. And I saw on YouTube a lot of dance with math. So you learn your geometrical form, you learn your numbers, and it's fun. Your dance and math, and you will find. And if you are too shy to dance, you put the video, and they will do it by themselves, and they love it. They will say, "Where's the video with the dance and mathematics?" And light, you can diffract the light, with a crystal or with a prism,
Mm-hmm.
and you can have beautiful light on the wall. And it's the nature of this light is special. It's a more subtle, and it's a very good therapy. It's called colors therapy. There is some ways to use this. Solar clock, anything with the sun is
Yeah,
good.
sundial.
The what?
Solar clock, sundial.
Sundial. Ah, sundial.
I was trying to think before what the word was, and I just remembered it now.
Sundial. And watch the stars at night, of course. Any activities at night are beautiful. Sometimes the kids, they are not familiar with darkness or with the night, or they are afraid when it's dark because they are not used to. They don't go out. Don't be afraid to go out in any kind of weather, night. It's part of life, and it's very pedagogical. And put movements. This is a proof. Put volumes and movement. This is what I want to say with this slide. Sphere,
So
paint
can you
on
give us an
rocks.
example?
Some examples. For instance, instead of painting on a flat piece of paper, paint on a rock, on flower pot. Find to always volume. Or there is an exercise. It's a box. The child is inside the box, and he paint above the ceiling, the side, and the floor. So now he has all the dimensions, the four directions: up, down, side, right, and left. So this is very good to create more synapses. Avoid flat and black and white, and
Obviously, if
add
the
volume.
child is not claustrophobic, but
Yeah, no, one side of the box is open.
perfect.
Add colors to all activities, and it helps with the memory, and avoid this kind of ugly thing.
Black and white, gray and brown colors. Avoid small and blurred letters. So we didn't blur the letters, but I invite our viewers to how do you feel looking at these colors? I don't feel particularly inspired. Do you, Naomi?
No. Actually, I have an art teacher. She was taking away the black, the brown, and the gray at the beginning, no, of the art classes. So the children are used to vibrant colors. And she said, Noemi, take them away. Then they can know how to deal with it. But at the beginning, no, she wanted everything vibrant. And the results were beautiful drawings. And then the fourth part of our triad, form and movement. So here is a pyramid, a human pyramid, and anything is moving. Again, dance, and all kind of circular movement.
So the third part, right? The third point in the triad, correct?
Yeah. First we saw the sound, then the color, and then movement and form. And Perfect. Always go back to the three in a balanced way.
So some tips: move from 2D to 3D learning. Move away from black and white. It's not to say don't teach your students if you're an art teacher that black and white doesn't exist, but especially when you're starting with children, get them accustomed to the vibrant colors.
Yeah, even right? The marker. I don't buy black markers. I buy blue markers, and it makes a difference, mind you.
Stop one-way teaching. So we're talking about the teacher at the front and just talking at the kids. So it's just, again, teacher at the front, at the kids. There's not really much, going. There's no two-way learning. It's not very dynamic. Encourage non-linear teaching. What do we mean by that, Naomi? Non-linear teaching.
Like allow to learn 3 subjects at the same time. Allow to do a project when you use math and this is by ecology and the social science and art or STEAM, for instance. So little thing and then the other one and then the other one, and it's a line and it's boring. And it doesn't give you creativity and it doesn't create that much synapses.
And it's multitasking, right? You're combining different skills.
Definitely.
Listen.
Remember, the children are multitaskers because of the right brain. The right brain can do several things at the same time. Don't be afraid of that. Maybe we can't, but they can and they must use this talent, this ability. I would.
Noemi, hi. You're
on my microphone. So we stop the video here. I remind you, this video is on YouTube. Just type Education 3000 Masterclass and you have the whole video. I wanted to finish with listening, provide several options, allow several solutions. Like a math problem. How can it be it's only solution A? Try to have problems where when you have solution A, B, C, D. If my sound is too high, I'm going to put it a little bit lower. Is it better?
Yes.
Yeah. And then promote creativity, team building, sharing, investigation, or research. And kids teach kids. It's called KTK. Teach kids teach kids, or young people teach young people, or young people teach kids, or kids teach young people, and even adults. So this is for this part. And it's a very nice subject. I mean, we have so much tools we don't even realize, and they are all pedagogical and therapeutical.
Yes, it's incredible, this triad, and how you get all these tools organized in sound, light, and movement, isn't it? I understand that you use all these concepts in the way that you teach kids as well, Kosar, isn't it?
Yes, actually, what gets my attention is between color and the music notes. Color have vibration as well, and the music notes as well. Math has the same, so they're all combined in each other. And when it comes to color, I remember my teacher used to tell me, When you have a job interview, most of the people wear suits and wear black because they need other people to be attracted to them, to what they say, because basically black absorbs everything.
Yes.
So if we're in a bad environment and we're black, we feel like more down and we feel more stressed and all that. But if we're going for a job interview and I need the other person to really listen to me and attract him to me, I wear this color is good. If I'm not ready for that, if I'm not ready for the interview and I was like kind of shaking, I don't know what to do, I usually wear blue. So blue wouldn't let the other person to remember what you have said if you say something silly, let's say, and especially if you're going for a job interview. So we used to play with color a lot, and we used to play with our consciousness a lot, teaching the kids to choose something to wear in the morning with not the day before, like set your clothes and know what you want to wear in the morning. No, play a game with them. Let them choose what there will be attract in the morning to wear certain colors. And even though we can tell a lot from the kids' way of wearing the shirt open or open shoes or closed shoes, all this can tell us a lot about the child itself, because and their security. Usually, some of the children, if you see them all the time wearing flip flop and they're very much open kids. They like to do so many things. So we really can read a lot from the way they dress, the way they use the color in their life, and we'd always encourage them to do so. And when it comes to music, in every single finger, we do have the same frequency as well too, of the stars, and the stars has the same frequency of the music notes. What really come to my attention, I mean, the more we study this stuff and quantum physics, the more we see everything is all connected. It's all the same information, but it's like me, you, and Naomi now. Every one of us saying the information in their own way.
Yes.
I say it in my own way of understanding, and you do, and she does. All different subjects are the same with the frequency and color. I use a frequency like Naomi was mentioning for love and balance. I use a lot the frequency like 417. 417, it's balance. And most of the time when you were saying like we shouldn't be listening to it too much because it's really it become really heavy on us, and this is really true. That's why I always bring them back to balance, and 417 can be balanced for us. So I choose wherever it's the best for them and to play it around on the back of the room. So just to feel that.
Can you remind us 100 and what?
417.
4
Balance.
1
417. Yes.
Hertz.
Yes.
Like this. Let's see. Is it correct?
Yes. This is
Good.
balance. So most likely what we need to teach them to be balanced, right and left, and the last thing that I wanted to tell you about that now for this segment is most the thing between music and color and everything that we have mentioned on this video, all to keep the mind in certain synchronicity. So when you were talking about silent, and you see the kids just sitting in silence, the difference between praying and sitting in silence is this: we're talking to God. This is what they say. We're talking to the universe. And then when we sit in silence, God talks back to us, or everything in us it starts sinking, and everything starts having meaning to us. So we really need to teach them to be silent and to be a good listener, number one. So if they cannot listen, and I love really the thing that you have done, because it can really teach them a lot of things and how you combine them with each other. So we can conclude from all that everything, we all one, and everything is connected to each other, and learning the frequency learning by frequency. It's another form of teaching. So it's my passion, to tell you the truth.
Oh my God.
Yeah, maybe we should do a special program on that. Maybe
Yes,
at the end. Yeah,
That would
that's
be
on home
wonderful.
education.
Yes.
yeah.
You
Well, I can add something to that if you give me some times for it. I usually do tuning forks. You know the tuning forks healing thing. Yeah. So I was reading on one of the books about tuning, and the funny thing, all the music instruments, right, need to be tuned. If it's not tuned, you're not going to be able to get the right note.
yes.
So basically, the tuning used to be in old days when we used to really listen to the beautiful music. It was in a different frequency. They used to tune the instrument in 423. Okay. Now they tune it in different frequency, 427 or something like that. I can get you the correct number. But the thing between 2, 3, 4 different frequency, everything shifted and we disconnect. It's like dialing a number and this number is not existing anymore.
Uh-huh.
So we really need to tune correct. And this is when we sit in silence. And this is when we use the bird sounds and the natural sounds, because they're really natural, and then we can connect really easily to our environment again without using any other tools that it could be different tuning in it.
Yes.
Wow. What about if next week we do a special with you? Because
Okay.
that will close up all the series of tools. One is endless, actually. Because we were about to start the 7 Petal School. So we have a small break and we invite everybody to this special. And Giovanna is going to do a new flyer. I think it's very important. And I want to say hi to Mechita Mercedes from
Oh,
London. Hello from London. Good to see you. And a great surprise, a great friend of mine called Suzanne Sophie. She's from Kurdistan, from Erbil. Hi, Noemi. Hi, everyone. I'm so happy to see you, dear Suzanne.
Hello.
Susan.
And please, everybody, you can keep on making your comments on YouTube and Facebook, because these programs will stay online all the time. And thank you for the comments and the greetings. I'm always happy when I see people from all around the world.
Oh,
Yeah. Do you want to
wonderful.
comment about the camp, maybe?
Oh,
And
yes,
I'm going to look for the
actually,
flyer.
for the first time in Lebanon, we're gonna apply what we have learned with the group of teachers that we have trained already with you. For the first time, we want them to practice this in real life with the kids, especially after all this, quarantine. The kids are really happy to come back to school and do some fun together. So we basically we will be teaching them over the summer 6 weeks of fun, playing games, learning more about physics and chemistry and math, with another form of peace culture and more consciousness games and practice. So, yeah, as you see, this is the first time in Lebanon. So I'm so excited, to tell you the truth. The teachers are really happy to put the programs together with me. And I have learned a lot from sitting with them and telling them really what we have thought. And I was like just coaching these teachers, trying to get everything out of them from our culture and the needs of the students, and especially trying to see if we can create something similar to the parents as well too, because working with the students alone it's fun, but I think if we can combine this with the family as well, and being and seeing all the pictures complete, it will be much more fun as well too. So it's
It
gonna
is
be
going to be from the 12th
to
of July all the way to 27th of August.
Yes.
Okay, so let me, if that's right. I have it here. So it will be summer camp in Beirut, Lebanon,
Yes, in
12th of
Lebanon.
July to 27th of August.
Yes.
So that's impressive. That's 6 weeks, isn't it?
Yes.
Wow.
Wow. So it will be nice to. So will you start next week? I mean,
Yes,
12th,
and
Thursday.
what I created for this project exactly because it's our first time. I'm trying to impress the parents by doing an assessment form for the students working in emotional intelligent format,
Wow.
asking the students something about themselves and what the subject they like and why they like it, they don't like it, and how they practice, how many hours they study. And at the end, I'm gonna have the same assessment, the same questions, asking the kids the same questions, and knowing for sure that the answer is gonna be way different because we all know that for sure. Practicing these games on the kids. Uh, we had an assessment on one of the trauma class we have done with Naomi. I remember the difference in 3 weeks. It was 80%.
Wow.
80. So you wouldn't imagine that the thing that we're doing how much effective on the family and the kids. We did some part of it on the refugee kids. You remember Syrian refugees, and
Yes.
it was something that phenomenal, you know.
Yeah.
So looking forward for this. I love you guys so much, and thank
And
you
I
for.
hope you can multiply this summer camp after that to Erbil, to Egypt, to Syria, to Turkey. There is so much is so much needed, especially after 2020, which is kind of a trauma for everybody. We need to
Yes,
heal that, to be together again, and to co-create this new education. It's a good opportunity.
Yes.
As we
absolutely.
are all tired of Zoom as well, we want to really jump or do this quantum leap to the next level of consciousness, which is
Absolutely.
solidarity, unconditional love, help each other, take care of the earth, peace culture, new. I mean, it's a new world, my dear. Thank you for
Absolutely.
doing all that.
Thank
Thank
you.
you for sharing. Thank you for sharing all of this. And I'm sure that all of us are going to be interested, in all the way that you manage all these camps.
Thank
I
you.
can
Thank
only
you.
imagine. Thank you so much, Tosa.
Thank you, guys. I love you.
We love you
So
too.
you take care, and we see you next week with a special
Sure.
subject. Is it
Okay.
okay? So, what is the title of the special event?
Kosar, what is going
Oh,
to be the title for the special event next week?
oh, here we go.
Okay.
Okay, here we go. Here we go with sound and
Yay.
tuning. What about sound and tuning?
Sound and tuning.
Cosmic tuning.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
so we stay after this program so we can organize that. Everybody, thank you. Thank you for the comment, and we keep in touch.
Thank you so much.
All
And
love.
see you
All
next time.
love. Bye
Thank you,
bye.
Kawasa. Thank you,
Bye
Giovanna.
bye.
And thank you, everybody, dear friends. See you soon.
See you.
Have a good week.